you guys know that I do keep tabs on James Lindsay, or rather, you guys keep tabs on James Lindsay, and you tell me what James Lindsay is doing because James Lindsay, over the past several months, has turned into our arch nemesis because James Lindsay is lying to people about what the left is doing because he doesn't understand what the left is doing because he doesn't actually listen to the left or watch the left or do any of the things we do. So my community has taken a little bit of an issue with James because what happens is James lies to people, but he does it in a very convincing way. And then people learn stuff from James and they think it's the truth. And then they find my content. And then I have to unlearn them of all the things that James taught them and reteach them from scratch. And then once they watch my content a little bit, they're like, oh, fuck, James lied to us. And I was like, yeah, he did, didn't he? And so this has happened over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. And so we just decided that as a community, we were going to collectively cancel James. We basically started our own Groyper war. We really did take inspiration from the Groyper war, by the way. That's not just pandering. We actually did take inspiration from the Groyper War when the Groypers were going and questioning Turning Point USA and causing problems. And so what we started doing is going into James's replies and asking him inconvenient questions. When he started blocking everyone, we crashed an entire premiere he did on his YouTube channel. And I would really like to go to James's in-person event someday and make sure we have people in the crowd. They're going to ask James on questions on camera that he can't fucking get out of. Anyway, we basically have our own Groyper war going against James Lindsay. And at some point, the Groypers agreed that we were all aligned against James Lindsay. And so, we're all on the same team because James is an asshole and he blocks everyone and he pisses everyone off and he lies. He's lying about what the left is doing. He talks just to hear himself talk and pontificate, doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. So I got to tell you guys, I was really thrilled yesterday when James decided he wasn't going to talk about communism anymore because he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. And James is going to start attacking fascism. Okay. Apparently the Groypers have done such a good job of haranguing James that James has now decided that National Socialism or Christian nationalism or whatever you want to call it is his number one enemy. But not to be outdone, if James is going to be attacking fascism, I mean, I have to get in on this action. I just do. I've really been thinking a lot about this. And this is not just a snap decision that I made. I've actually been thinking a lot about this. And I think the RNC has kind of confirmed it to me. And just to be clear, in my heart, I will always consider myself to be an anarcho-capitalist. I think that voluntarism is a beautiful philosophy. I think I live in New Hampshire. I have more of it than most people do. However, what I will say is that the RNC has made it very, 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 very clear to me. And the Libs of TikTok bullshit from this week, where Libs of TikTok has now decided that canceling minimum wage cashiers is the way that we're going to win the culture war. All the bullshit in the past week has just made it very, 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 very clear to me that we cannot allow the conservative right to make any decisions anymore. Now, you guys know me. I come at things from a really realistic point of view. I'm not going to go around and I'm not going to, I know everyone wants to give me philosophy books right now. Groypers have been sliding into my DMs ever since I posted this a couple hours ago, and they're saying, Carlin, have you read this? Have you read that? Have you read this other thing? So they're already trying to school me up. I will say I'm one of those people that I'm not actually necessarily inclined to read all the philosophy about something, because what I care about is how do we implement it in the real world? And so from a real world perspective, I right now am of the opinion that fascism might actually be our only option to actually defeat the left. I'm not actually joking. Again, at my heart, at my core, we're going to get to this. Don't worry. We're going to get to it. We're going to get to it. At my heart and core, I am a libertarian. I believe in voluntarism. I believe in individualism. I believe in the free markets. I believe in all this stuff. But from a practical perspective, I kind of just feel like The conservatives cannot be trusted to make any decisions at all. They will never defeat the left. They will never accomplish anything. They are way more committed to sending all our money to Israel than they are in actually fixing this country. And I think that last night made that pretty clear for us when Israel got a whole fucking half hour at the convention. The conservatives have not talked about education at all. They haven't talked about the K through 12 schools at all. There is not one single speaker relevant to the topic of public education in the entire fucking RNC. Maybe that'll change tonight, but I've looked at the speaker lineup and I don't think I see anyone that I think would, like, it's not like they have Corey DeAngelo speaking or something. I don't have Chris Rufo speaking or anything. And even then, even if they did, like, I kind of think Chris Rufo's just a shill for the conservative narrative. So even if they did, I would still be like, not good enough, mother effer. Trump promised us he was going to defund the Department of Education, and now the entire RNC has had nothing about public education, which is the only topic that matters. Because the far left controls the schools. And as long as the far left control the schools, we are all fucked. And I don't care if Trump's president or not. It doesn't matter. If they don't have a plan to fix the public schools, and there is no indication that they have any plan at all, then the conservatives cannot be trusted to solve the problems that I care about. They have proved themselves to be inept and in the back pocket of Israel, and that is what they care about, and I can't change that. The libertarians, don't even fucking get me started on the libertarians. The entire Libertarian Party is about to go bankrupt right now because of boneheaded decisions that the leadership made. The libertarians are always fighting with each other. They could be trying to do shit in the real world and convert more people to libertarianism, but no. All the libertarians want to do is tweet and shitpost and fight with each other and run the National Party into the ground. The Libertarian Party is doing a joint fucking fundraiser with RFK, who believes in affirmative action, wants to take all our guns, and that is who my party is fucking with. And not to mention, they're doing that over their own presidential candidate that they nominated at their convention, where they lost over $200,000 hosting a Trump rally at the Libertarian Convention. So I can't trust the Libertarians to get their shit together. I really used to hope that I could, but I can't trust them anymore. So here's the situation that I think we find ourselves in. I really do believe that we have like 10 to 15 years left tops in order to beat back the left, like the far left, the radical revolutionary far left that does want communism in this country. I don't want communism in this country. I can't trust the conservatives to actually do anything about this because they don't even understand the problem. I can't trust the libertarians to do anything about this because all they want to do is fight with each other and tweet. The fascists are my only option. And I kind of feel like maybe everyone just needs a timeout. Maybe we do need, like, why can't Trump be the dictator I want him to be? I just want someone to come in and do a complete timeout on everything, to say, no, we are not doing this queer shit anymore. We are not teaching it in schools. We are not allowing children to even consider the fact that they might be another gender. If the children try to consider that, we will send them to fucking re-education camp. We will remove all gender books from the school. We will forbid new gender books from being published. Like, this is honestly my perspective at this point. It's like, I'm not saying forever. I'm just saying we need a fucking timeout. No more gender ideology published. No more critical race theory published. No more nothing. Curriculum in schools dictated from on high and monitored via cameras in the fucking classroom, watching teachers at every step to make sure they don't put any more of that shit into the classroom without people knowing. And if they do put shit into that classroom, someone goes and gets them and removes them from the classroom and sends them to fucking fascist re-education camp. I don't give a fuck anymore. I want the weird shit over. I am so sick of this. And I can't trust anyone to actually do this. And so it's not my personal inclination. It's not necessarily something I want to do. It's not the conclusion I wanted to make. But I really think it might actually be the only thing that could stop the far left from turning our entire country into a socialist fucking utopia in which we all starve. So sometimes sacrifices need to be made, and so I'm becoming a fascist. I'm becoming a fascist. This is my coming out party. I am becoming a fascist, goddammit, because I'm sick of this shit. And if everyone had just done their part, listen, man, I've been saying for years, if everyone just spoke up and fought back and did something in the real world, we could end this today. If everyone that was against gender ideology, if everyone that was against queer theory just spoke up and started going, I've had enough of this bullshit, cut it out, it would be done today. We wouldn't have to resort to fascism. But if people want a fucking dictator to tell them what to do, then fine. Then fine. This is what happens when you allow a problem to go on for a full goddamn century and you still don't do anything about it. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. And I don't know. We're going to see how this works out. And I want to say this too, and like my buddy Aaron says nomination day and Carlin is on her arc, let's go. I want to say Aaron definitely didn't send me this meme to post because he didn't want to post it himself. This meme definitely didn't come from the Blue Beer fascist because he didn't want to post it himself. In my heart of hearts, I'm a free market capitalist. In my heart of hearts, I'm an anarcho-capitalist. In my heart of hearts, I just want to be left alone with my business and my guns, and I just want people to leave me the fuck alone. But no, when the going gets tough, you have to do tough things. And so, whatever. Is this actually confirmed? Because people have been saying this all day. Is this actually confirmed, or is this just a rumor still? Let me know. Yeah, I'm mad as hell and I'm not taking it anymore. And if I have to embrace fascism in order to defeat communism, then I'll fucking do it. So that's where I'm at with that. And, you know, it's just a nice coincidence that it happened at the same time as James deciding that he needs to switch gears from fighting communism to fighting fascism. So, whatever. James and I, arch nemesis. Again, Newsmax is reporting that Joe Biden has already agreed to step down. All right. Well, I guess if that happens, we'll cover it. I mean, another interesting thing happened today with James. No, Newsmax is the initial report of Biden stepping down. Yeah, see, this is kind of what I thought happened. I guess we'll find out. Like, if there is actual confirmation that Biden is stepping down, of course, guys, let me know about that. So there is actual stuff. I mean, James is just making friends all over the place. I hear Tim Pool is ranting about me again. Tim Pool says, you would be incorrect. James says, this you. And he posts a video with Carl Benjamin talking about how James has blocked him. And then Tim says, it's an interview with Carl, who you had a beef with, but while I'm here, your post is exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, James is just, he's making friends and influencing people, so I don't feel bad about that.